command for Blat in chat. I don't think we have that on SG5, but
And the
yeah,
race is
no.
beginning now.
There we go.
What we have here is a Sirius station. It's nothing really important in that place. It's a cool old blue colors with a little eerie sound we hear in the background. Nothing really important. Nothing very exciting about this station.
I
At
have
least
to I have to disagree there, John. There is actually two super exciting things. In Sirius Station, there are the only two rooms in the game that use Mode 7, namely the Ridley room and the elevator room.
we see a runner doing what they need to do to be fast, taking damage from Ceres Ridley. Since you don't want to shoot him 100 times, you want to be fast, so you're taking damage. So after being critical health, it is scripted that the Ridley will go away and the escape timer will begin.
You can actually die to Ceres Ridley. It's pretty hard solo. It's very doable co-op, but I'm still waiting for the day for that to happen in a race where someone just dies to Ceres Ridley.
I think I saw it once. Somebody, a team at least, died in Ceres Ridley in the co-op stream.
And we have a lot of Ceres times coming in from the racers. Looks like the best that runners came up with is a 46.21 by Insane Firebat. That is a really sick time. Other 46s as well. Slotus with a 46.07. We got some high 45s there, but good job by the runners so far.
Indeed, good job. Insane Firebat, they're winning the mental race of Sirius Station.
I mean, he's basically won the race at this point. The others might as well forfeit.
Yeah, you're right. Totally right. So now the real action can now begin in the planet Zebes. I know the 3 of the 4 runners we see do all route. So there's here sometimes do all route, sometimes do new route. Which route do you think you will do?
I'm pretty sure Sodas will use Old Route for this race. 99% sure. Sodas usually tends to go for Old Route for these like major races. He's been doing Old Route in the tournaments mostly, so I think we'll see a clean Old Route race. But one deviation we do see already is Canadian Owl being the only one utilizing Moonfall in this race, at least from the ones we see.
Getting really close to Slaughters with that, since he was pretty far behind. But we see the chance that Moonfall did, making Canadian Owl catching up to Slaughters pretty fast in that room. And all runners are taking the second best items in the games. Why the second? Because without that, you cannot do all the cool strat like the speed balls or the spring ball jump. So, overall, second best item in the games. Also, let us do the most important sequence break in the games.
I mean, it's also pretty important because if you don't collect it, you literally cannot continue the game. But
also,
that's I mean, that's just a small point for Morphball, but it is definitely something to consider. But yeah, let's see how the runners are going to approach this. Going to bombs now. The first time in the run, actually, a technical movement is starting to kick in here. We got reversed old Mother Brain room, which has some pretty tricky jumps if you fall down the pits. And we, of course, have the bane of everyone's reset button is the climb. So we're gonna see how that goes. So notice you a beautiful damage boost across one of those platforms. That's such a small time span, but really hard to pull off. So good job on getting that.
Good job. And we see Slaughters doing the traditional wall jump climbs, while Gallens and Owls do it. Galen doing the beam up climb, Owls doing Edu climb, and very interesting to see that. It's pretty rare to see the Edu climb outside of Edu doing it.
Yeah, we have 3 different climbs here. Galen with the Just Defend climb, Slaughters and Heiser here both with the right side climb, and Canadian Owl with the left side climb. Looks like Slaughters got himself a nice little lead over the others here in the climb and parlor. Has going to be a really nice bomb time, looking at a 449. Everything below 450 is really good. Everything below 5 minutes is honestly pretty good, but like sub 450 is where like the really good time starts.
Oh. Seeing as Slow hasn't missed one missile, but still managed to get a clean one round BT.
Yeah, it looks like Aiden will be able to follow up a little bit hasty on the missile grabs there, but doesn't need a second round of farming at least. And Heiser, also a really good fight, and Canadian also done. Really good BT fights from all the runners.
Yeah, indeed. Now, that's where we will see the first divergence, if there are some. When they will be in the Green Pirate shaft. If they take damage, we know they will force it to go to do all route. If they kill the pirates, they will do new route, or any route they will do Phantom first.
Or they are tasked. It's
also.
Yeah, we'll see. Looks like Slotus damaging himself down is gonna go for old route. So looks like we are gonna have ourselves an old route race, knowing that the other three are mostly old route runners.
Ice and Gallant's also taking damage like I expected, since they're mainly all route runners. Same for Canadian Owl. Can be a little precise, but not that precise, so can still be doable. We saw runners taking charge beams.
Alright.
Really important items if you want to be fast and also not soft like a certain boss, like with resistance. You won't have the munition for him, and but wounds.
Alright, looks like we are in fact back. Both of us. So yeah, Slotus here, the first one approaching Red Tower, just getting down the intended way to the first boss crate. We're gonna see how many of the runners are actually gonna be collecting Spazer, as that is a debatable safety item to get for old route. Costs some time, is kind of unpleasant on the eyes, but has probably the coolest special beam attack in the entire game. Looks like at least Al, Heiser, and Slotus are all gonna skip Spazer. Gonna see if Canadian Owl follows up with the Spazer skip. One person I know that will definitely collect Spazer is Insane Firebat, who's still running in the background. But it looks like all our 4 on-screen runners are in fact skipping Spazer.
Yeah, just to say Insane Firebat is a Spazer lover. He really like that beam. I don't think.
Doesn't he have like the super sick goal of getting like a 46 or 47 or something with a Spazer?
I think that is goals.
Alright, let's see if the runners can hit the crate quick kill. Slotus setting up for a 2 missile free super quick kill. Already got the positioning right, so we'll see if he can get the timing.
And he get it.
Perfect.
Nicely done. Getting some supers, but I don't think he get any missiles out of it. Oh yes, he did. He has 6 when he did a quick hit. Was at 2.
Also,
They were it in.
let's see, Heiser and Galen. Galen getting it very nicely, and Heiser following up. Also, big shoutouts to Blue Plasma Spark talking about his fetish in chat while we were just talking about game mechanics. Alright, Canadian Owl, last one on the crate, quick heal, and nailing. Oh no, a little bit late on that super. Got the missile in, but a little late there. Has to go for the backup.
Doing a little dance of frustration.
Oh, and gets a really bad RNG here on the crate follow-up. So the first time Crate reopens his mouth there, after he stands up, is completely RNG. You cannot, like usually you cannot like shoot him and he will open up. That's just like completely luck-based, and he got really unlucky there.
And we see Slaughter's getting crazy tanks. The first safety items and the last safety items you will skip in terms of E-tanks. It's a really good E-tanks to take, since you will get 100 more energy for the entirety of the run. And we see Gallants and Eyes are also opting for that safety tanks. Let's see if Cannons and All will also get that safety tanks.
Yeah, I'm not particularly surprised about picking that up. It's just such a nice extra safety for runs. There's a lot of stuff, especially around the wrecked ship Meridia area, where this extra E-tank just gives you so many benefits, having to worry about so much less stuff that allows you just for going fast. It's just a really good thing to have.
And also having that extra E-tanks let you do that sexy Alpha Spark.
Oh yeah, that is true. You know, Beeps, if you would have just joined me on commentary, you could have avoided the situation. But thankfully, John is here now, so we have an actual expert on the game here, not any amateur.
Thank you.
So, Owl being the last one to approach high jump boots. Little known fact: this jump you can do in the high jump boots room to where you shoot the tiles and clear it out in one jump without having to stop. It's called the ultimate. Let's see if Canadian Owl can get the ultimate. Oh no.
No.
Oh, he got a beautiful stuck though, so that's cool.
And that's how that. Continue.
No, it's fine. Slowly's going for a nice deboost there at the top. Oh, and Heiser getting the nice mock ball in here in Rising Tide. That mock ball is super annoying. Not only because, as Galen just demonstrated, the owls at the entrance of that room are RNG, so even if you get the strat, you can just get screwed over by the RNG of the movement. But also because the timing for that mock ball is pretty tight. Every RBO runner knows how painful that room can be, just in terms of like losing health to RNG.
Yeah, indeed. We see that Arthur had a little difficulty with the Bubble Mountains, but at least he didn't get trolled by Cack Attack, the Cack Kings.
Oh, and Galen, here with real problem, stopping on that first platform, having to take multiple jumps there to get across. That's kind of annoying. Getting Heiser the advantage here in that one-on-one.
Now it's the turn to Owl to climb Bubble Mountains. Using a pseudo screw, which is pretty useful. I think it's a little slower, but at least let you climb Bubble Mountains without being trolled by Cat Kings if you do the wall jump correctly.
Yeah, the spikes cannot hit you with the pseudo screw, and you can use that one free attack to either king the cack tag or the waver, depending on how your timing is. So it's a really nice safety strat.
Nice jump by Slaughter's. Now with his wave beams, he can go to wreck ship, exiting low on Warfare. You will do no other cleanups. You have everything you need. Having really good drops in the north at Maze Tunnels. I think he got 2 super missile drop.
Yeah, Heiser here is not sitting at the greatest ammo with 0 supers. Thankfully, there are a lot of supers on the way in the form of cactacs that you can farm. That is a little bit more problematic if you're in 2 tanks because you usually want to rely on getting health drops from those cactacs, but with 3 tanks they're fine just getting all the super drops from the cactacs, and they'll usually end up at around 3 or 4 once they hit the wrecked ship, which is really nice.
There's also the Nova that I think a 20% chance to drop a super missiles, which you didn't get in the Maze Tunnels, unlike Slaughter's. That's a little orange you can get when in the ISO situation you really want to get.
Slotus with beautiful Alpha Spark there. And if I can all put your interest onto Sloter's screen now, he's in Red Tower, and as we all know, there's a really cool strat at the top of Red Tower that Slotus will go for, the Red Tower down grab, and this looks just so cool if you get it. And there you go. Look at that. That is the most beautiful way to correct a door transition. That's just perfect. Good shot.
And nicely done by Slaughter's. I didn't expect less from him. Now we see Isa also doing the Alpha Spark. Nicely done by him.
And Galen, hot on his heels, however, deciding to save himself some energy as he is a little bit lower than Heiser right now, and not going for the Alpha Spark. Not a bad decision. He is, however, also full on supers, so that means all the cactacs coming up will drop him big health, given he needs to use 1 more super to get Alpha Power Bombs.
Unlike Isa's situation with only 2 super missiles.
Yeah.
You will definitely, if you want to be fast for Wrecked Ship and if you're doing the hybrid strat, wanting to farm at least 1 or 2 cac in Red Towers. Since also you need 2 super missiles for Red Towers, so you definitely need to farm at least 1 cac attack.
I think we had no one eaten by Yapping Moss yet. No, sorry, by Vileplumes yet. That's a pretty good rate.
Slaughters did get eaten.
Oh, really? Alright. Well, never mind. Ah, yeah. Slaughter's having a little bit of a difficult time here setting up Ocean Fly, falling down the first time as he didn't get the gap skip over the reforming blobs, and now bonking the platform there, not being able to go for the full Ocean Fly.
We see Galen farming those little 2 crabs, hoping to get 2 power bombs, which Iser did. I think he get 1 power bombs instead. Galen being unlucky on only getting big health. And now we see Slaughters at Phantoms. Bless RNG for our boy Slaughters. Let's hope he get a fast.
Bless RNG for quadruple fast. That's one, alright. Gets it. Nicely done. We'll be setting up for a Doppler second round, but looks like he's gonna get a fast slow here. Unless he gets a super unlikely rare mid, but no.
Yeah. So they're getting unlucky with the Phantoms. That ghost really loves to give slows.
Oh, and not shooting the super, so we'll have to go for an extra round here. And Canadian out setting up for Missile Ocean Fly, however shooting the missile slightly, doing the sparks slightly early, so bonking the door there. And Slaughter's getting another slow, so we're having a fast slow for Slaughters.
Getting punished for that 3rd round.
Yeah.
Did Isaac get fast?
No, that was a slow.
A slow? Okay.
Or mid actually, I think. Yeah. Getting the first X Factor in though, good job. Ooh, Galen getting a slow there on the first round, but unfortunately missing it.
And also missing the openings. We'll have to wait for the re-apparition.
Good Doppler by Galen though. Let's see if Heiser can follow up here. Oh, maybe he forgot to equip his power bombs there.
Maybe. Now it's a turn of Kennedy out to be at his Phantom fight. Blaster energy for him also.
Ooh, Heiser getting really close to a sunrise surprise there.
Yeah. Watch out, Heiser. Your health also is pretty low.
Oh yeah, oh no, one more hit and he's done, but looks like he oh no, what are you doing?
That's...
Oh my god. God. Okay. Alright, this should be a mid, should get a health drop here. Okay, there we go. Alright.
He's in the L-bound range.
Alright, yeah, no. Okay, this is fine.
Oh.
This is fine. Alright, there we go. Easy.
Easy, Heiser. There.
And Canadian Owl and Heiser almost simultaneously finishing up then too.
Oh, wow, that was really scary. Heiser, I was afraid for a moment. Getting quite good drops from both of our runners.
I think Canadian Owl here was the only one who got a 2-round of the runners we saw. So catching up some time there.
I didn't really suck as else, and I was more concerned with Heiser's situation.
Yeah, Heiser got Canadian got a slow mid.
But I thought he did get a 3-round, but since he went only for X Factor, do not surprise me he got 2 rounds only.
Ooh, Galen going for the left side attic here, but being slightly slow on the short charge. Oh, and missing that Key Hunter, so that will cost him a little bit. Also not sitting at great health here, 59. You really usually want more here at this point. Getting up to 119, that's more reasonable.
Getting good big health drops at least.
Yeah,
so.
that was important.
I was also going for the right side. Same for Canadian Owls.
Oh, and that Key Hunter really not being nice to Heiser here, wasting all his missiles.
Those counters sometimes when you shoot them, they'll be like, nope, you missed me. Try again, and nope. The bugs out to those key hunters sometimes can be really bad. Genzel sitting up for bowling spark. Same for Izar. Only Izar get it.
Canadian Owl still sitting at a lot better health than Heiser though. So Canadian Owl looking at a much more comfortable Meridia than Heiser and Galen are right now.
Slaughter's farming that beacons at Red Towers are commonly named frogs, also by the community. I think he wanted 3 power bombs to get 1 at least for a butt wound. Since you need 1 to break the tube, 1 to enter Aqueduct. So if you want to extract a butt wound, you need a 3rd.
Yeah, thankfully the enemies in Meridia have like a decent chance to drop them, but you usually don't want to rely on that really.
No. Ice and the Owls were getting really close in their times, as you can see. And Owls doing that moonfall outside of gravity. Interesting.
Oh, and both Heiser and Galen falling down at the moat.
Oh. All missing is farming, getting hit by the crab. They still pack quite a punch, even with gravity suit.
Yeah, they are called battle crabs for a reason.
Yeah.
Alright, Slaughter's now coming up on Batoon, using a visual cue for the X Factor and getting it very nicely. Also getting a really good pattern. We'll take 1 extra hit here from Batoon and gets a really nice 1 round.
Nicely done.
Oh, and this drops! Oh my god. 20 and 6 leaving Batoon is insane.
Really
not having a power bump, but gets a drop from the Puyo. So what am I even saying? So yeah, he's nicely set up. Yeah, that's some really good drops right there.
That's that drop you always want to see that, but normally you never see butt wounds.
Yeah, usually you get like all health and like one super if you're
And it's
lucky.
and it's worse in RBO. In RBO, it
Yeah,
really aids you to never give you the good drop you want, unless you're
yeah.
practicing.
All right. Ooh, Galen having a little bit of an issue getting up Main Street here. That fish trolling him a little bit.
You can't even pseudo screw that fish. Also, too much elf. If you try, you get hurt instead.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Pseudo Screw, unfortunately only dealing 200 damage, will not be able to kill every enemy just in one shot. Especially not the Meridia enemies.
Again, farming those 2 battle crabs needed
Oh,
an elf to spark.
and Sodas with basically a perfect Dragon opening there. It should be looking for a 2 in blue here. Yep, there we go. No chain damage, beautiful. Let's see if you can get the Spark Seed.
And you get it!
Perfect, yeah, that was a perfect Dragon. Good drops too, yeah, he's well set up.
Wise choice from Guidance, farming those battle crab at pre-aqueduct, since he was a critical elf. I think butt wound deal 30 points of damage with his spit in his body. So was pretty wise choice to avoid death from butt wounds.
Pretty good X Factor by Canadian Owl, unfortunately missing a shot on that pattern here. We'll go for a second and even a third round. But...
And I saw missing 1 shot, but at least 1 particle in butt wound's body.
And Galen slightly early on the X Factor, only getting 2 particles in. Giving Canadian Owl a little bit of an edge here.
Oh,
Ooh.
I saw 1 HP. Please be careful here.
Alright, so Platoon can now no longer do a spit face. That's absolutely impossible. So as long as he stands here in the left corner and shoots charge, he cannot die.
All
Alright,
of the Coliseum.
Ah, slightly short.
Gannon's having a little trouble with his butt wound fight. As you can see, butt wound is one of the worst hitbox in the games. And butt wound giving the good super drops, he's at 4 supers for Gannon's.
Yeah, Heiser not being quite as lucky, sitting at 1 right now, so he will have to take an extra farm here at the Platoon refill box. Oh, missing that spark there. Oh, and okay, there you go.
No, it's a good ammo count. I mean, for dragons.
Yeah,
for
looks
the
like
green
he's
gates there.
Going for a little bit of an extra, but that's fair. If one of the spark is misaligned, you can be really thankful for having those extra supers. And it looks like Canadian Owl did not get the spark. So that's probably the worst spark to miss, that very first one. Oh, and Goop sparking here later, so that's going to cost him some time.
So did try to win for the fall fee. Was a really nice attempt there. It was pretty good, but was not fast enough for the last jump and input. Game's having a little trouble with his dragon fight.
Looks like Canadian now is now finishing it off with charge shots. Oh, it looks like he's gonna go for another spark. Ooh. Oh! That's not good though. Like, Dragon should be almost dead.
Maybe 1 or 2 more missile shot.
Yeah.
No, not
even.
Oh
no! Alright, maybe the spark will do. There we go.
With his emails.
Yeah, perfect health. Absolutely calculated. Oh, and Heiser getting the spark, but not being able to quite pull it off, getting damaged by Dragon there. So, Dragon not being kind to any of the runners except for Slaughter so far. Oh yeah, Heiser having a really rough time getting these sparks off here.
Dragon can be one of the technical boss you have to fight.
I honestly want to argue that Dragon is probably the most technical bosses in the entire run. Like there's just like it has to be on point to be working out, otherwise it's just gonna escalate.
And Slaughter's taking the northern route. I don't think he ever takes the southern routes.
Yeah, Sodas usually goes for the Frog Speedway route. It's apparently 2 seconds slower than the Crumble Shaft route, but only with a pretty optimal movement. Oh, Heiser.
I heard for this southern route was like up for 1 second, maybe 40 frames. It's always different numbers, but always very low numbers like that.
Yeah, I think it got slightly higher with the Moonfall you can do in the Crumble Shaft, but that one's pretty hard to pull off.
I heard that was with the Moonfalls also.
No, I heard that was without it, but it might depend on how you do it. But
yeah.
Oh, I'm honestly surprised Heiser went for that Spark. He was sitting at below 100 health. That could have easily killed him, but getting 0 chain damage there, thankfully.
I think he wanted really to be fast and getting that blue suit. He was in the mind, since I'm so far behind with Dragon's fight, better take it YOLO.
Yeah. I cannot really agree with that in a race setting like this, but
in the run I can agree, but like you not in their face.
Yeah.
Now Slaughters had pretty fast pillars.
Not even opening the door. What a legend.
Yeah. Slaughters is such a good player. You don't even need that doors opens.
Yeah, this is not the worst short charge you can do, but it can be a stressful one just because you have this kind of pressure on the power bomb count here at this place. So don't really want to mess this up.
If you full power bomb, the pressure is really much less, since you can easily use your power bombs for watching the games and the fast pillars.
Oh yeah, but that's slow. You don't want to go slow in a speed run.
We see Slaughters killing the Key Hunters in the Key Hunter shaft, since killing at least 2 of those Key Hunters reduce a lot of lags when using power bombs.
Frankenfunk, Slaughter, chain damage is not RNG. Basically, you chain damage, the amount of chain damage you get increases the closer you are inside the center of Dragon's hitbox. So you usually want to end the spark as you're at the very outside of the hitbox, so that you don't take increasing damage by Dragon's hitbox per frame. You don't always get chain damage itself, but that's at least a way to decrease it consistently.
I think also if you're between dragons in the middle of the room, so you have more chance to get chain damage. Since when she dies, you always go to the middle of the room.
Yeah, right. Like Dragon's obviously moving, so you gotta account for that as well. Shortening your hitbox by holding down is something that a lot of people do, so that you get kind of pushed outside of the hitbox.
I think
it's really just like avoiding being inside Dragon's hitbox for the most part.
Static said that by doing some testing that looking down can save you at least 40 health on chain damage, which is significant.
Oh yeah, we're not talking about a lot of health that we have in these any percent runs.
Now Slaughter says he said it's really fight pretty trivial with his shot being combo, 20 shot on leaves.
This fight is pretty trivial, especially for an experienced runner like Slaughter's who has RBO, low percent, any percent neural experience. This is not a hard fight.
No, really not.
And with all the energy drops he got and the extra tank he got earlier, not even going for the Ridley tank, not a surprise really, sitting here at 282 with really, really good ammo. No reason to go for that extra tank.
We see guys out in the southern route. Really catching up his lateness comparing to the 2 other runners. I think outside of Slaughters, he's the one that has the least worst Dragon's fight. Getting pretty lucky with Dragons compared to 2 other runners. That's why he's ahead of the 2 others.
Looks like Galen's also gonna go for the Crumble Shaft escape here. As Canadian Owl is coming up on Low and Offer, getting up, back up Namihe damage boost here.
I didn't really see, but I don't think he went for the backup boost. Since
Oh yes, he did. He got
he
it,
did?
actually.
Oh.
Yeah, he got it. He just didn't go for the Chronic D boost.
Yeah. He did the power bomb, so I thought too low for the chronic D boost.
Yeah.
I don't think it's really good idea for the Namihe since they deal 50 damage for any percent. Fondo, I think it's a really good backups, but I don't think it's a good backups for any percent.
It's okay. Like usually you don't really have to worry about health in Low and Offer at this point, especially with Plasma Beam, since you can like literally avoid every single damage. But it's questionable. Like it definitely depends on your skill if you want to go for this or not. It's such a small time safety.
And all that did miss his fast pillar. Had to use power bombs. At least has a good amount of power bombs. He went with 5. So with fast pillar costing 2 power bombs and was from the game 1, he still got 2 power bombs for that yellow doors in the key hunter shaft and the power bombs block for the wastelands. And killing all the enemies in was from the games. Not a bad choice, especially with his slot being low. You want to conserve health and maybe getting some health drop.
So we have Heiser being the last one to approach Low and Offer here. Galen now at fast pillars. Only getting the blue frames, not getting the spark, and looks like he's going to be the first one going for the power bomb strat here, which means he will have to use a bomb strat in the red key under shaft, but other than that he won't have to suffer from any more time losses due to that.
And nicely done for Heiser getting that fast pillar.
Yeah, gaining some time on Galen again. Also very nice burst during the game here.
Nice cargo from Alz, getting one of the cargos on the spike platforms, or also named Kaza.
Yeah, and Slotus is sitting at really perfect health, approaching Turian. Won't have to really worry about Metroid drops as long as he plays it somewhat realistic. Oh, and Heiser here. Oh wow!
Whoa.
I don't know why he went for that. I would have expected him to just kill the pirate. But
Me too.
That was pretty sick.
Yeah, at 47 health, I mean, any hit from the low and warfare enemies will kill him. They all deals 50 damage with gravity suit, except for the farming bugs.
Oh god! Thank God the farming bugs don't deal 50 damage. All right, he's sitting at 52 now. Oh, and even taking the safety save, I cannot blame him for that.
No, really not.
That's reasonable to take here, honestly. Construction zone, wasteland can go pretty bad going this way. So yeah, not a bad choice.
And now you see, because he's safe and we enter the 3 key hunters are now there, you can see the lag with power bombs. That's why you want to kill at least 1 or 2 key hunters in the key hunter shaft. Yeah,
I really like the any percent new route strat here that gets the spark from the amphitheater, and then just kills the Keaners with the spark. It's pretty neat strat.
Still wanting to go for the cargo. That's really risky from Heiser.
I mean, Heiser is going all out tonight. I really appreciate it. Alright.
Giving us a really good show.
Oh god, alright, he's fine.
Getting practically all the health drop except for 1, which was a supremacized.
Yeah, still not sitting at bad ammo though. That's the cool thing. Even though he was sitting at critical health for so long.
It was not really a critical, it was a 30 health, so it was not really a critical health for the games.
Well, it was critical health, he was just not in health bomb range. Oh, that was a nice claw jump by Galen there. And Canadian with a nice speed keep, however it does bonk the ceiling there.
Also there with his Metroid Room 1, grouping them. Nicely done.
Sitting at nice health and ammo, can pretty much just YOLO room 2 and 3. Can look for the drops and then decide if he His missiles are...
Having
oh,
good
and 2
drop.
power bomb drops as well.
I think some low
Nice.
percentage runners will be jealous of his
Yeah.
lothars. Getting
Oh,
another
and good
2 other
damage.
power bomb drops.
I mean, it's not terribly unlikely for that to happen with the 5 drops, but it's like it all like everyone who has had some low percent speed experience always gets a little bit of a cringe moment when he sees those uncollected power bomb drops there by the Metroids.
And now Silter's in Big Boy's room.
And Heiser being the last one to finish off Ridley successfully. Good job. Let's see if he goes for the 5th tank. Got a lot of ammo drops here, sitting at 137, but
No,
looks
not
like he's
even
still
going.
not gonna go for it. Alright.
Now Silter's trying for the baby skip.
Some good jumps. Doing an extra jump at the end there, but still nice job. Good skip.
Nicely done. Runner experimental as Slaughter's will really miss the baby skip, so I didn't expect him to fail. Also opting to kill all the enemies in the wasteland. Not a bad choice with himself. Now Slaughter he is now at Mother Brain's 2 phase. This 2 is also a 3-all-5 with his beam combos, since Mother Brains also take 20 shot. But Mother Brains will enter a catch-up phase when she's below 75% of her health, and this combo after 15 shot make her exactly a 75%, so at 16 shot you need to watch out for that infamous catch-up. Since with this suit, catch-up deals 100 points of damage and can double and even triple it.
Yeah. Yeah, that triple hit always catches you by surprise when it happens.
Yeah.
It's thankfully not super likely, but yeah.
Slaughter is managing himself to have a fast cutscene for Mother Brain 3, getting that fight nicely done.
And Heiser making it out of Lower Norfair with 45 health left, indeed proving that he really didn't need that extra E-tank.
No, with Plasma, you don't really need that extra E-tank if you kill those 3 musketeers.
Yeah.
But if you don't have it, like in your routes, I think the LFD you had better get that extra E-tanks. But I can understand with the Plasma being not taking it.
Galen and Canadian Owl being still really close, barely 1 room apart from each other. So this might come down to how clean their Metroid dreams are. And thank you, Owl. I like my fish a lot as well. And if they get baby skip or not.
Get your baby terms ready for Slaughters.
I don't think we have those on SG5. As sad as it is.
Because
Yeah,
we
no.
tend to see really sad moments in history.
Yeah. I think like Bible Thumb or Baby Rage will do. Just imagine it being baby thumbs. Also, congrats to Gam for being the entire race late for the race. That is quite an accomplishment.
And really clean Mother Brain 3 fight so far for Slaughters.
Yeah, Mother Brain 3 can get a little out of hand, but looks like he has it nicely done.
And I'll
getting a mid-death cutscene here. Not too slow, not too fast.
I'll be at G4, so he can now relax a little, check his social medias if he wants. Write in the Speed Gaming chat also, if you want.
Yeah, Galen and Canadian Owl enter G4 9 seconds apart from each other, so this is all gonna come down to Tyrion.
Oscillators with his escape. Ooh, getting it a little there.
Canadian Al with a beautiful moonfall into the G4 elevator, saving himself those few frames.
I don't think really save frame. I think it's
I
just
mean,
for the show.
no, I think it does save 1 or 2
It
frames,
does.
kind of like the moonfall
Like
of the Ceres Room 1.
saving like
saves a few
1-2 frame.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to go for that level of optimization, then why not?
But at least compared to a Sarah Station, that moonfall's pretty free in G4.
Yeah, that is true.
And Sotar is doing the objectively good choice, not saving
Doing
the
the
animals.
objectively correct decision, you're absolutely right in that. Selling his soul to the devil and finishing first place with a time of 45:50. GG to Sloters, finishing first place here. Good job. That's a really, really good ultra time.
Indeed. Now's the turn of Lizard to be in G4. Seemed that Canadian had a better military rooms than Galen's, being in Big Boy's room already.
Yeah, Galen just fighting the Dust Torizo, getting the one shot, and now it is going to come down to baby skip. Gonna see, looks like both runners are in fact gonna go for the baby skips, so we're gonna see who of the two gets it. Canadian Al with a good first jump, getting a good second jump. Oh! That third jump was slightly off. Does miss the baby skip. Let's see, now is Galen's time to shine.
But at least facing right, sowing those 40 frames, always save those frames.
Galen not looking... Oh, getting grabbed there very late. Is going to actually use some time for that on Canadian Al here. So now it really just comes down to trivial things like set skip and a good mother brain fight.
Yeah, sometimes the like skip can be can be hard. You never know. You even with good practice, you can miss those jump. All letting that like skip first try. Nicely done from him.
Yeah, let's see if Galen can follow up.
Oh, went for the down back. Nearly got it. But nice attempts, Galen. I think he shoot too soon his shot for the down back.
Oh, and Heiser jumping a little early on that final jump there for the baby skip, also missing it.
And also facing right. Nicely done, Heiser, saving those 40 frames.
Alright, it looks like Sloters27 is going to join us for a post-game interview. Oh, and looks like we had a forfeit in the background. Flow South 8 forfeited from the race. GG to Flow South 8.
Probably Surly, Mother Brains giving her special ketchup orders on him. RR. And the Air Force on the solar side.
And we have a second place, Insane Firebat finishing second place with a time of 49:43. GG to
Good
Insane
job,
Firebat in the background. And another dot done right after Insane Firebat. We have Elminster finishing third place with a time of 49:57. Last one to get a sub 50 in this race. GG to Elm. By the way, if you are enjoying Elminster's gameplay, he actually has a tournament race coming up right after this. We actually have a full-way any percent tournament race, Beef Robber versus Behemoth, and Elminster versus someone else who I unfortunately forgot, but make sure to check that out. in just a few minutes here.
Oh, I started having a lot of difficulty with this Zebedite skip. Sometimes the Zebedite can be hard to do.
Oh yeah, having a really rough time here, but getting it eventually. Nicely done. Oh, Elm versus Traffic Talks. Oh, thank you, Traffic Talks. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to forget you.
Isar else is now down to 3 tanks. He can't really take it. He can take some it, but not too much.
Yeah. Canadian Al with a little bit of an hiccup here on Mother Brain 3. This race versus Galen is not over yet. Galen now also at Mother Brain 3 so far with a cleaner fight, I want to say. Might very well come down to the escape, but so far Canadian Al still with the head start here.
Well,
We're
depending.
looking at a flat 51 head falling for Canadian Al. And Galen with a 51.07, so Galen 7 seconds behind.
It can come down to the escape depending on how we do.
I'm sorry.
Isar now in his Mother Brains 3 fight. And 2, I mean. Didn't get a single catch up, I think.
Oh, interesting. And apparently someone just followed Heiser, so thank you a lot for the follow. Alright. So, Canadian Al getting the final moonfall of the game.
The most important moonfall.
And this is probably the only room coming up for Al where Galen could still catch up if Canadian Al misses this moonfall here, misses the spark here. But he gets it.
Went for the safe spark.
Yeah.
I think you know how Galen is close and didn't want to take any chance.
I mean, Canadian Al has been chatting in chat the entire time, so I would
True.
assume he's watching. Alright, yeah. Canadian Al approaching the landing site. And
GG Al.
there we go. Al finishing fourth place with a time of 52:30, improving his personal race PB by 20 seconds. GG. And right after him, Galen finishing fifth place with a time of 52:39, mere 9 seconds behind. Great job.
No, I think our only runners is remaining is Isar.
Yeah, Heiser on Mother Brain Free. And I don't know what Sloters is playing there. It certainly does not look like vanilla. So... what is that ROM hack? That actually looks pretty interesting. Sloters, please elaborate.
I think it's Super Zero Mission.
Oh, really? Okay.
Because it looks a lot like the area of a Zero Mission, that's why.
Oh yeah, I never played that hack. Actually, I do think I played Zero Mission at some point, but I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
Slaughter's confirming in chat it's Super Zero Mission.
Well, if you like Super Zero Mission, then check out Slaughter's stream. He is going to speedrun this game, this hack, soon. I just confirmed that. And Heiser now finishing up the escape.
Having a good Leodax room. He didn't do his Leodax, so it's pretty good. Oh, went for the Behemoth Spark.
And getting it. Yeah, nicely done.
Oh no!
And Heiser doing the objectively correct decision.
No,
And
that's the wrong decision.
saving the animals, which is the right decision here.
It's
Good
always the
job.
wrong decision.
Heiser doing the correct thing here.
You want to save
Bonding
those
our way
frames?
through. No, you don't. You want to save minutes, not frames. And there you go. Even waiting for the last Itakun to get out there. What a man. What a legend. Great job. Great job,
Please,
Heiser.
everybody, don't look at Iser right now.
Please, everyone, follow Heiser for his bravery and his wise decision making in this race. Ignore John. John doesn't understand this game very well. He's still new. But yeah, Heiser just now finishing with an official SRL race time of 55:45, finishing 6th place. GG to Heiser.
GG.
And with that, I think we're gonna move over pretty quickly to the any percent tournament going on here on Speed Gaming 5. We have Behemoth versus Beef Robber here. Beef Robber being my absolute favorite tasser, no bias here. And
Doing the best task ever.
yeah, that word. And Traffic Talks versus Elminster. John, thank you so much for commentating the weekly race with me. It was a pleasure.
It was a pleasure to meet you.
Give John your follow. And yeah.
And also, don't forget to follow our runners.
Yeah, make sure to follow the runners. We have Heiser, Galen83, Canadian Alice Loaders. We have a bunch of people in the background. We have Elminster, Insane Firebat, Flow South, Mass Hysteria. So, yeah.